Hello, 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 my beautiful people. It's your girl DJ showing you another new artist, another new word, and another new topic on live. Today, here, I have my awesome guy, Raseem. How are you doing, my guy?
How you doing?
I'm doing excellent.
Okay,
How's everything?
I hear you in good spirits as usually. We ain't gonna talk about my problems. We won't have time for this podcast.
No problem. So, Razim, let me tell the peeps how I got to actually meet you. Your lovely, awesome, brother of ours, Keith. Shout out to him. Keith introduced me
Yes,
to
indeed.
Razim, and he told me so much. And we got to actually interact during the time of, getting to know each other at an artist level and getting to pretty much connect through your up and coming book. Yes, Porter Family Problems, which we're going to go a little bit of insight on pretty soon.
Part
I
one.
am. Hmm?
Porter Family Problems, Part One.
Oh, yes, the part one. Correct. Part one. And it's going to be published through Keith Nweze's Raw Thoughtz LLC, to be exact, which I'm so excited for. Yes, summer 2021. So we're gonna go a little bit into some depths and such, but I want the folks to get to know, who the heck is Raseem. So definitely tell us.
Me too.
Yeah. Let us get to know you. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
Oh man, African American, as you see, father of three beautiful daughters: Ziana, Yasmin, Zaria. In that order, man. Former athlete, former artist. I say former. I can't do those things anymore. Basketball, rapping. I channeled my creative energy into this writing thing, and
Nice.
I'm trying to do something positive with myself, something that my kids, can remember and be proud of. Lord knows I gave them enough to, how kids are.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to, start to build a legacy, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully this is the first step towards that. Shout out to my man Keith. Like,
Seriously, shout out to
yeah, he the legs behind this, making it go. Raw
Mhm.
thoughts and everything. Doing this thing, been doing this thing, and he kind of shedding the light, like sharing the spotlight, which he don't have to do. Same thing with you. You use your platform to give us a way to, you know, show what we do. So I appreciate that. Like I always tell you, shouts to you too, like, and everybody else, like, who's doing the same thing. Like, that's very selfless, and that's kind of what we need.
Mhm. No, I truly appreciate it. Seriously, 100%. I truly appreciate it. Thank you because it takes it takes one to lead one, and then what I really find so insightful about you, Raseem, is that you do find inspiration and capture, and always willing to learn and cultivate yourself. Especially, I mean, recently you were showing us some awesome, cool books that you were recently studying into. Which books do you find intriguing to help you with your motivation as well, since you are a writer?
I'm sure you can see behind me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything. I try to read everything. You not going hide nothing from me. You hear me? I can't lie though. I'm like a sucker for love stories, man. That I'm a hopeless romantic, and it's making it hard on my personal life. But I love you know hearing what other people going through, especially when they make it through. So
Got you.
yeah, I mean that's kind of my favorite. I try to be versatile and write a lot of different things, which I have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as what I like to read, that I like to read about us, like
Mm-hmm.
what we went through as a culture, how we persevered and got to where we are now,
Mm-hmm.
how strong we are as a people, the stuff that they try to keep hitting. I like to read that and find out more and more about who we are.
And I love that you mentioned that, because your book and your story is the main focus of Black love and pretty much the jeopardy of marriage and such. And I just want to be, before we really go deeply into it, I wanted to know, like, what actually got you starting to write? Like, when did you start writing and finding your voice through writing?
Oh man, that's a story. Great question. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
people that know me probably know I've been writing for a while, since I was about 20. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in different ways. Sometimes I would journal my thoughts. Sometimes I would
Mm-hmm.
use it for music. But
Mm-hmm.
I recently was locked up. I did 7 years in prison.
Wow.
So yeah, and that's something that some people wouldn't know about me, but people close to me do know about me. And
Mm-hmm.
with that time, I could have did a lot of things. And I'm sure I got a lot of people on my page that were locked up with me, and they're all doing positive things. And I see y'all, and I'm proud of y'all, because we
Mm-hmm.
used to argue about what we gonna do when we get home. And it was like, oh, you want to be an author and that, but I gotta follow my dreams. I gotta grind. That's all I know. And I see them doing the same thing, so it makes me feel good. It's proof that it ain't all bad. You meet good people in bad places. But to answer your question, I used that time to start, jotting down my thoughts, being creative, and worked on it for years. It wasn't an overnight thing. I might have wrote the basis of a story in about a day or two, but I worked on that same story for years and years, and rewrote and rewrote and rewrote. So that's why I'm confident in what I got. But yeah, that's when I got serious about writing, and it was a blessing in disguise. Might have saved my life.
All
I could
right.
do it. I know a lot of people, can do it if they just put their mind to it.
Yeah.
Especially
I
with the
like
help
that.
with those like you.
Yeah, no, I seriously relate to that. Our trials, our tribulations, our struggles, even our sufferings, that's the moments where we really become really vulnerable. And when it comes to great artwork of any sort, from paintings down to drawings, photography, videography, or even writing, there's that inner part of us where we really show exposure to, what we're truly feeling deeply within ourselves, and why art is so relatable and connecting. And pretty much it is its own form of selflessness, because we're showing a side of us that many of us want to hide and cover. Did you ever feel like, as you were writing your story and such, especially being in prison, how did it make you, did you feel a sense of freedom through sorts of just having that paper and pen to just, there you go, Keith said it perfectly and clear right here, there we go, discipline and persistence. How, like,
Absolutely.
definitely, just give us insight of what it feels just to write and speak your voice, just freely, especially.
First, let me say you are wise beyond your years, man. I ain't gonna throw your age out there, but you say a lot of points. Like, you say it very eloquently, and you ask some valid questions. But to answer your question, they say pressure makes diamonds, or it might bust pipes, depending on who you are. At this particular time, I actually was in the hole. I got into a little trouble in jail. Went to the hole for 60 days, and a lot of people lose their mind in there, but it was peaceful. So that's crazy that you say that. For me, it was peaceful because I was away from all the nonsense. And for the first time in 3 years, I could actually think. No TV, no celly, no worrying about going to the yard, no worrying about going to child. You stuck in the same cell. You're going to figure out how to stay sane, or you're going to go crazy. I wrote and I read, and I wrote and I read. And then I started letting people read it, and they was like, yo, like, you got something. Because I'm my own worst critic, so, I didn't think it was as good as people say it is. I'm starting to believe it now.
If we're having a little moment, definitely forgive us. We're having a little technical difficulty a little bit, but it's okay. It's a normal thing. I mean, let's be real. We're virtual. So, but definitely forgive us. Now, I got a little good question for you. We're going to test a little bit of your brain and your knowledge a little bit, okay? I want you to, so I'm going to give you some facts about this person, and then you're going to tell me the name, okay?
I'm going to try.
You're going to try? Okay. I think you're going to get this one right. You're going to get this one right.
I learned not to make promises to women that you can't deliver on. Excuse me.
You're going to get this one right. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Okay, you ready? You ready?
Definitely.
All right. This guy was a black activist and a revolutionary socialist. He became predominant in Chicago as the chairman of Illinois chapter for the Black Panther Party. What else? In addition, he was included, Black Panther, Young Patriots, and the Young Lords, an alliance among major Chicago street gangs to help him end and ignite and work for social change. In addition, the movie came out today featuring Daniel playing the role as this person and Lakeith playing the role of another person. So who is this black revolutionary leader?
Okay. Hey, DJ, keep it 100. Like, you'd asked me this yesterday. I wouldn't have got this. This was the interview yesterday. Listen, I get here. Keith, make me watch this movie. So I know you're speaking of Fred Hampton. You know, I knew of Fred Hampton, but I didn't know everything in detail. Like, you know, how as you asked that question, you know, I've just seen the movie. Everybody should see that movie.
Yes.
You know,
I'm going to be seeing this soon, and I'm so
very
excited.
Informative.
Yes. I remember studying about Fred Hampton around, I want to say a little bit of high school. Yeah, a little bit of high school and college. I mean, let's be real. School systems don't really teach deeply about, but you know, the Black Panther, especially the Black Panther, which is weird to me because there's so much insight about this, especially the Fred Hampton story itself. The guy died at the age of 21, which is insane. And this is where the police set this whole thing up just to kill him for his voice. Like, how does that resonate to you? How much power your voice has onto the American society? How does that make you feel?
Man, good question again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it makes me feel a lot of different ways, a mix of emotions, because you realize how much more you could do. Like, I know I've been guilty of destroying my own community, like affecting the same people that's just like me. And it makes you, especially at 21, excuse my language, I was a piece of shit. I'm still working on a lot of things now because we are trained to believe stuff a certain way. We look up to, you know, our role models aren't the most positive. We think this is the only way until we expand ourselves and read and more. Like, it was a time as a teenager, I thought you had to go to jail to become a man. All my uncles went to jail. Father, all the male figures. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Everybody play sports and sell coke. I know no better until I went to college and realized, like, it's a big world out here. I'm limiting myself. By that time, I already was compromising my integrity. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
So doing the very thing that the opposite of what they was doing, and he 21, dying for a cause worthy of dying for.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect. Like,
seriously. Because when I sit down and I just think about how, especially just how invoked the guy was about the whole need of being, number one, just present about invoking about unity. You know, how much we really need to be with one another. And I truly think that as we entered 2021, especially this time period, I truly believe his message is still being heard. We have so many amazing social groups and social um, just social activists right now as we speak, fighting against, I mean, let's be real, the Black Lives Matter movement is doing the biggest thing, the biggest move, just speaking even more than what we believe that is beyond. And even right now, still to this day, there's still more to go. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, always will be.
Oh, I love this. One of the people said, ah, there we go. By telling the truth and speaking out for a cause. Not just only speaking out for a cause, but also speaking out for a change. And I want to a little bit dive into your book a little bit. I'm going to show the book cover real quick if I could get that down. But let's
Please.
So definitely you told us, here we go, finally, I got it. So you expressed that while you were, in prison, and then when you came out, you finally had something that you just found, pleasure and just insightful. And what made you say, gotta get this to be shown, to be shared to the world? What made you finally say, yep, I'm going to make this official Porter Family Issues? What made you come to this official moment?
I just think, like, especially what we're going through right now, the whole COVID thing, it's forcing families to stick together. And I know a lot of us are, you got to be around your significant other a little more than you usually, kids and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that family is that very thing that we do everything for. It ain't really the money. It's really for the love and for the family. And I just wanted to, write something that kind of displayed that, showed that people go through stuff. Their situations could be much worse than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Some inspirational for people.
Yeah, because you have these two main characters, Andre and Kendra. Did I say it correctly? Kendra.
Definitely.
Nice. So what got you to tell us a little bit about Andre and then Kendra and how they actually what's the relationship like of this Black love? Definitely tell me.
I mean, you have two people that think very highly of each other when they admire each other a lot. They meet in college. It starts off in Baltimore and Maryland where they meet. Andre, he's from Delaware. Kendra's from Virginia. He's infatuated with her. They start out like most of us do. When you think you're in love, hot and heavy, going strong, it ends up bearing a bunch of responsibilities they may have not been ready for. But, he's a man. He handles it the best he can. She handles it the best way she knows how. And they build this beautiful family over the years. But of course, nothing is ever all good. So it just talks about the problems that they go through. So, and a little bit more about the story. Like, these were actually two people that I knew. Okay. I changed the names and everything, but I had a friend in college, female. We were extremely close. Like, we kept in contact even after we graduated. And, she would tell me what's going on with her life. Then she introduced me to her husband, and me and her husband got super close through playing basketball with each other. And he's telling me about their marriage. So I'm getting two perspectives from both of these people. So, of course, I had to get permission to, I had to spice it up a little bit to make it a lot more entertaining. But I wanted to keep the foundation of what both of them were saying and how they were feeling, because they were super vivid in expressing themselves to me. But one thing through it all that they always said was, "Oh, I love her so much," and she would be like, "I love him, but this, and that," and it just let me know like nothing will ever be perfect. You need that love. You need that love. That's the only thing, worth really fighting for.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the truth. Which really definitely. Well, number one, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Talking about love. Happy Black love. But definitely, no, it's really, this is something that many people love, going into details about just in general Black love. But I like that you take a twist and the turn. One chapter is about one character and their perspective inside, just like how you said, and then the other chapter is about the other character and their perspective inside. So you kind of give us shoes. I'm not shoes. You kind of give us a moment of being in your shoes of that perspective of both of these characters and showing us the conflicts, but just this curiosity and questioning of why they still wanting to be together. Did you ever feel like you actually saw yourself too writing these characters as well and fleshing them out?
Oh, definitely, man. I think I put a little bit of every girlfriend I ever had in my life into Kendra. You feel me? So I think every woman will be able to relate to her at some point in the book, and every man gonna be able to relate to Andre because I'm a man. I know how men feel in reaction to women when you're trying to make them happy, but you might feel like I never can make her happy. Like nothing I do is good enough. So I that's why I made him an athlete. I made him a gambler. I made him a supportive father. Instead of typically everybody's not a deadbeat.
Yeah,
some people just don't know how to be fathers. We want to be fathers. I see men every day. I deal with a lot of women that are single mothers. And I tell them, like, it's not necessarily that this is a person that don't want to be there. Like, they don't know how. We haven't been raised by men to show us the right way. We think being a father is being there and making your kid happy, giving them what they want. You got to get that kid disciplined and prepare them for the future. Prepare them for what they're going to face when they get out in the world without you.
Wow.
If you send your kid out in the world unprepared, you shouldn't be mad at the choices and the decisions that they make. Like Kendra, a lot of her was taken from my mom. My mom has to be my idol. Like the single strongest Black woman that I know did anything and everything in her power to give us a positive life. But at the end of the day, she's still a woman. She ain't have that man to say, you better not, to reinforce what she was saying. So we knew we could manipulate her. And you see where that got me, like I said, in trouble. My brother, shout out John Poole, J Hawk, what's up, man? I see he doing good, but we've been in the system. And we didn't have to be in the system. We didn't have to go that route because she worked too hard. And that's what you see with Kendra. She's working so hard, but that family's still deteriorating.
Wow. I love your end, and I just love picking your brain about this because it's something that I like, that you show the complexity, that there's a self-discovery within yourself of admitting that you're not perfect. A lot of people have too much pride to not come to terms about that they that they made mistakes, that they failed, and how does that feel?
I would say, what would make you swallow your pride though? Going to eat chow every day, taking a shower where 100 men take showers at, being told to lock in with another grown man. If you don't check your pride, then that pride probably kill you, probably be your downfall.
Yeah. No, I seriously respect it because we need people just like you to invoke your voice, because your voice is so powerful and just authentic, and most importantly, it's unique and only you. And then when we have people like you, we have a pave of a way of a new world and a new generation.
Exactly. Because what I want to do ultimately is open up a door. This man opened up a door for me. I'm supposed to open up a door for the next
Mm,
person who open up a door for the next generation. So we don't got to depend on other people. When you know where we come from, our lineage, you know we capable of doing whatever. I'm guilty of being lazy and taking stuff for granted. I could have been
mm,
did this. I
mm,
wanted to be a drug dealer. I idolized that
mm,
life
mm.
mentality. Like our
Yeah,
mentality,
it's the mentality.
you live and you
It's
learn. But
the
you know,
mentality.
while I want to spend the rest of my time making things better and helping people.
There we
I
go.
love people who are selfless, as I always say, and help out other people, man. Shout out to the Powell family too, man. North New Jersey, South 11th Street. I don't want to tell your address, but I know y'all watching. Y'all always support anything I ever ask of these people. They come through for me. Like we all should be like that. That's God fearing.
Seriously. There you go. So I got another awesome trivia question for you. You got to guess this person. You
Shoot,
ready?
shoot.
Alrighty. So this person was in jail when they first encountered their teachings of Elijah Muhammad and heard of the lost found nation of Islam or
Malcolm
Black
X.
Muslims.
Malcolm X. Let's go to the next
And
question, man.
there you go.
That's my guy right there. Like,
Didn't even
I
have
ain't
to
even gonna put you
finish
through that. I'm not gonna put you through that. Let's get back to the Porter family then. Like, let's talk about how they got this superstar son out here looking like the new version of Steph Curry, dropping 40 in every game, and got the old ladies on his top talking about what's up with little DJ. Let's talk about, you know, let's talk about ladies is on DJ and the mom trying to keep them off.
So, how has Malcolm X played an inspiration too? Because I know that you do also look into a couple of his writings, but not just writings, but also just his motives and quotes. How has Malcolm X paved a way for our people of color too to be also revolutionary? Like, how has he played an influence to you?
Oh man, that's one of the biggest influences, mostly because he's one of the most popular. Uh, how he influenced me, like I'm a Muslim man, so
Mhm.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody out here watching. And I was born Muslim. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't
Mhm.
follow or practice for most of my
Mhm.
life until I had that time to really, what do I want to do? Like, do I want this to be my legacy?
Mhm.
So you make decisions to better yourself. But the fact, like, that Malcolm was once, you know, some consider radical,
Mhm.
following the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, then had a disagreement and seeked knowledge for itself,
Mhm.
you know, realized he can be friends with white people. White men are Muslims too. We're all brothers. Like, it's all about the love for God. Being Muslim
There you
means
go.
the one that submits to God. That's it.
Mhm.
So he definitely played a big part in my life. Like, that was one of the people my mom made sure I knew about. Like, she used to always give me books, and you hate it as a kid. Like, damn, I gotta read again, but you appreciate it as an adult,
Yeah.
because that's
I
kind of the
love,
reason that I'm still writing now.
yeah. And I love the importance of just in general. Well, one, I want to make sure and make clear. A lot of people took Malcolm X words like, "Oh, he was just a violent guy." It wasn't that. It was just that you. Let's put it plain and simple. Yo, if you hit me, yo, I got the right to like defend myself. That's where we got to get clear, he was not a person provoking violence. He was a man of hate. Like, just don't disrespect me.
The same thing most of us teach our kids.
Yes. And I want to shed light because the thing that is just beautiful is that Malcolm X had the equivalent same fight and, heart, no different from Martin Luther King. And I think that some people, especially just American society, have not really showed, the full color of embracement to, how much Malcolm X has done for our people. Once again, he showed us also a leading path of unity, leading path of how to really truly be respectful young men and young Black men and women into society. And to be real with you, when we have leaderships like them, we're able to even cultivate even deeper to our artwork, especially. So I want to dive a little bit more into your writing as well, too. Like, when I read a little bit, because like I said, I personally read a little bit about Andre, I noticed there's like this nice, amazing complexity that he has within himself. There's some personal challenges too. Like, there's that fight of him that wants to be, the best. Like, what made you also want to include that inner fight within, like, because you said, putting in the pride to the side. What made you really actually knew how to choose the right words to create that path of a self-discovery within himself?
Well, choosing the right words, I think, came from a lot of, just, putting yourself into it. Like, even when you're done writing, you're thinking at night, and you might get an idea when you get up and change it until it sounds like perfect to you. But I think, to really answer the other part of your question, I think that's the main fight for most of us, that inner, like, once we overcome ourselves, whether, some people aren't self-confident. Like, what do you have to be afraid of? Once you understand nobody's stopping you but yourself, it's easier to be successful in things. Like, and, I could go on for days and days about stuff like that, but I know we don't have that much time.
I feel you. Which we're going to get to the last question, to the lovely, awesome question for you. How do you change the world with your writing?
Oh man, that would be awesome, man. How I do it? Just putting out work. I'm working. I'm cooking right now. I got a lot of stuff coming. So, get it down so you can say you had the first one. Because there's so much, there's a part 2 coming, there's so much other stuff coming in other directions, other stories. Check's not checkers, man. Something special.
There we go.
Definitely.
And how does it make you feel too that you passing on this legacy to your kids, to your family, to your new generation and such? How does that make you also feel too?
It's just a blessing to even have a chance to do something like that. Something that will last forever. Like, you got a book, even if it never sells, it could be here 100 years from now, and people could pick it up, and somebody might read something that inspires them to become the next whoever, greatest author, Eric Jerome Dickey, Sister Soldier, whoever your favorite. That next person might be 15 years old right now. They might read this book and say, I'm better than him. I could do this better. But I still inspired them. I'm inspired by the same people that I just mentioned. So
there you go. All righty. Well, there you have it, people. It was Mr. Raseem Poole. Woo woo! You did it!
Right.
So definitely, please stay highly tuned. You can check out and pretty much soon see when the book Porter Family Issue.
Porter Family Problems.
Porter Family Problems. Forgive me. Let me put it out here. You can check it out right here on rawthoughtz.com. And by the way, you can also recheck and rewatch the YouTube on my YouTube channel, Deja Visions, right here. See the live again if you missed some few things too. But most importantly, if you ever just want to like hit up him or such, definitely check out the website right here. You can connect to both of the artists, Keith Nweze and the yours truly, Raseem. I just thank you so much for your time, for your opportunity. Just even being, the light and the source of where we truly need to establish, and just taking a breath of fresh air that we know that changes is coming. And truly, to be honest with you, I'm so honored that I got to take the time with you and really just show and share my flowers with you, man. I
appreciate it. Definitely.
I truly wish you 100% the best of everything, and I can't wait to see that book.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I'm about to go rewatch this and look at myself, man. See how I look, like Hey, first, I'm gonna check out this Great Minds podcast. See my man Chef Barbie cook on there. Shout out Nick Numbs, my man Vaughn. Tune in 9 o'clock. They doing their thing. Hey, a lot of people from our class and generation is buzzing. Like, so when they say we only this and we only that, you know better. Y'all inspiring a lot of people. Don't think that what you do don't motivate people who sitting at home watching you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a win in itself.
Exactly. There we go. So definitely, you guys stay blessed, stay safe. Happy Black History Month and happy Valentine's Day. You guys know what time it is. We're going to love one another, hug one another safely, virtually. But most importantly, we're going to do some writing together. Thank you so much for your powerful voice. Seriously. And I can't wait to see you guys next week, Friday, with another new artist.
Hey, bye. DJ.
What's up?
I'm popping right now. You hear me? You got me popping right now. I might have a good Valentine's Day at the hall. You heard? Like, they go crazy on this thing. Like, I ain't heard from you in months. Yo, have a nice day.
I see you guys next time.
Yes.